Hello students, so let's start with the second problem of second order partial differentiation of composite function. So guys, here we have a composite function and we have to derive the equation. Now let me tell you that this equation which we are going to derive in this video is called as Laplace equation. So we are going to see the two equations, that is the Laplace equation in Cartesian form and the polar form, and this topic is there in the higher mathematics in that is mathematics 3 or 4 in your semester. So let's see how I am deriving this Laplace equation with the help of second order partial differentiation. So here x is given as r cos theta and y is given as r sin theta. It means x and y are the function of r and theta. Now we have to show that the equation. So these are the two Laplace equations. The first one is del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square is equal to 0 transformed into this. Now guys, if you see, then the first equation is in terms of x and y and the second one is in terms of r and theta. So when we get this equation in terms of x and y, this is called in Cartesian form and this is given in the polar form. Now to convert this from Cartesian to polar form, we have to find out each and every term. So it means we have to find out the value of del square u by del x square, then del square u by del y square. We have to add it, and by adding we have to prove that this result is exactly equal to these three terms. So let's start. So now if I want to find out del square u by del x square, it means u must be the dependent variable and x must be the independent variable. So if I draw the tree diagram, then this is u, which is the dependent variable, and x and y are the independent variable. But guys, if this is the composite function, then it must have the intermediate variable. If you see here, then x and y is given in terms of r and theta. It means x and y are the function of r and theta, but what we want is we want x and y as the independent variable. So guys, let's find out some values. So for that, what I'll do is I'll square these two results and I'll add it. So by squaring, we will get x square and here I'll get y square. If I add it, here we'll get r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta. Guys, we can take r square common and we can say cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. It means we are getting r as a function of x and y. So we can say that u is a function of r and r is a function of x and y. Similarly, to find out the theta, we'll divide this two equation. So sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta, r and r cancel. So here I can say that tan theta is y upon x. So therefore, we can say that theta is tan inverse of y upon x. So here we are getting this theta as a function of x and y again. So guys, now it's correct that u is a dependent variable as we want and x and y are the independent variables. So these are the two relationships which are giving us u as a function of x and y through the intermediate variable r and theta. And now from this tree diagram, we are going to find out the value of del square u by del x square and del square u by del y square. So let's start. So to get the first value, this is second order differentiation. So first of all, we need to find out the first order derivative term and then we'll differentiate it again to find out the second order term. So here I'll say therefore the value of del u by del x is equal to. So here there are two paths which are going from u to x, that is u to r, r to x, u to theta, theta to x. We'll apply the chain rule for this path. So we'll get del u by del r into del r by del x plus del u by del theta into del theta by del x. Now u is not defined and that is that del u by del r and del u by del theta are not possible, but we can find out del r by del x because r is given in terms of x. Now guys, if I want del r by del x, then I have to differentiate this term with respect to x partially. So what we'll get? So if I differentiate this with respect to x partially, so here we'll get 2r del r by del x equal to 2x. and we can cancel this to both sides, and we'll get the value of del r by del x as x upon r. So guys, we'll get value of del r by del x as x upon r. So here we can write, or we'll write it on the new page. So here I'll say, therefore the value of del u by del x is equal to x upon r del u by del r. So this term will remain as it is. Now del theta by del x, so we'll differentiate this theta with respect to x partially. So for that we'll get derivative as the derivative of tan inverse y by x, which is plus 1 root of, there won't be any root because we are differentiating tan inverse, so it will be 1 plus y by x the whole square into the derivative of y by x with respect to x, which is negative y upon x square, into del u by del theta as it is. Now by simplifying here, we'll get x by r del u by del r as it is. Here this will be y square upon x square. If we'll do the cross multiplication, then we will get x square plus y square upon x square, and that x square will be cancelled with here this x square. So these two x squares will be cancelled. Next, this negative y will be multiplied with 1, will get negative y here, and this will be del u by del theta. Now guys, if I resubstitute the terms, then you can see that here we got the value of x by r, and here we are getting the value of y square, x square plus y square. Now we have the value for x square plus y square, so the value of x square plus y square is r square. So I can say that this is r square. So here we'll get x upon r del u by del r minus y upon r square del u by del theta. Now after this, here in the numerator we have x and y. So for x and y we have the value. So value of x is given as r cos theta. So if I substitute here r cos theta, then r and r will be cancelled, we will get cos theta. So guys, here we'll get only cos theta del u by del r. Similarly, for y we have r sin theta. So r and r cancelled, we will get negative sin theta upon r del u by del theta. And now guys, you can see that from the value of del u by del x, I have eliminated all x and all y. So it means we got the value of del u by del x in terms of r and theta only. Now why bringing that value in terms of r and theta? The reason is, when we want to prove this result, that result have only r and theta. So here we got the value. Now from this we can find out the second order derivative. So we'll find out the value of del square u by del x square now. So we'll get del square u by del x square as equal to this. Now it means guys, we have to differentiate this del u by del x with respect to x. Now the value of del u by del x is this, which is in terms of r and theta, and if I differentiate the terms of r and theta with respect to x, then we will get this x term in the denominator, which we don't want in the answer. So what we'll do, so I'll apply the same logic, same strategy which I have applied in the previous video. So here we'll substitute few values. So for this del by del x, now as we know that this is the value of del u by del x, here I'll write it is the value of del u by del x. From both sides we'll eliminate this function u. So if I eliminate u, I get del by del x, and for del by del x we'll get the value as cos theta del by del r minus sin theta upon r del by del theta. So we'll get this value. Now we'll write down the value for del u by del x, which is the same value. So here I'll say it is cos theta Now we'll multiply these two brackets to get the answer of del square u by del x square. So now if I multiply this second bracket with these two terms, what we'll get, let's see. So first of all, I'll multiply this second bracket with the first term, that is cos theta del by del r. Now if I multiply this first term with cos theta del by del r, now del by del r is nothing but derivative with respect to r. So if I am differentiating this term with respect to r, then guys cos theta does not have any r, so it's a constant. We'll take it outside and we'll differentiate this del u by del r with del by del r. So we will get cos theta into cos theta, that is cos square theta, and here we'll get del square u by del r square. So here I'll write it is cos square theta del square u by del r square. Next, we'll multiply this second term with the first term. So cos theta and then del by del r into this. Now in this also sin theta is a constant, I can take it outside, and for remaining terms I'll differentiate it with respect to r. So sin theta outside will get negative sin theta cos theta del by del r of r, I mean 1 upon r, into del u by del theta. So first term is done. Now we'll multiply this bracket with second term. So in the second term we have del by del theta. It means we are going to differentiate with respect to theta. So when I'll differentiate this first term with respect to theta, both terms have theta. So we will get negative sin theta upon r into del by del theta of cos theta del u by del r. Similarly, if I differentiate this second term with respect to theta, now 1 upon r is constant, I can take it outside. This minus and minus will become positive. So positive sin theta upon r square into del by del theta of sin theta into del u by del theta. Now guys, let's start with the differentiation. So first term will remain as it is, that is cos square theta del square u by del r square. Here negative sin theta cos theta as it is. Here we'll differentiate this two term, that is 1 upon r del u by del theta with del by del r. So in the bracket we'll apply the UV rule. So 1 upon r as it is, derivative of this with respect to r is del square u by del r del theta, plus del u by del theta as it is, derivative of 1 upon r with respect to r is negative 1 upon r square. Next, this minus sin theta upon r as it is. If I differentiate this cos theta del u by del r with respect to theta, we'll again apply the UV rule. So in bracket cos theta as it is, derivative of this term with respect to theta is del square u by del theta del r. Next, del u by del r as it is, and the derivative of cos theta with respect to theta is negative sin theta. So here we'll say negative and sin theta. Next, here plus sin theta upon r square as it is, in bracket again UV rule. So sin theta as it is, derivative of this term with respect to theta is del square u by del theta square, plus del u by del theta as it is, and the derivative of sin theta is cos theta. Now we'll multiply these brackets with the outside terms and let's see what we get. So I'll multiply this bracket with sin theta cos theta or negative sin theta cos theta. Here I'll multiply with negative sin theta upon r, and here I'll multiply with positive sin theta upon r square. So by doing that, I'll write down the result that we'll get. So guys, this is the multiplication. Now here again we'll simplify it further. So we'll take similar terms together. So first of all, this cos square theta del square u by del r square. So we'll search for the term which is del square u by del r square, and that term is not present anywhere. So this term will remain as it is. So it is cos square theta del square u by del r square. Next, this is a term of del square u by del r del theta, which is present here. Del square u by del r del theta. Now guys, here the coefficient is also same, so that will become 2 times. So minus 2 times sin theta cos theta upon r del square u by del r del theta. So these two terms are done. Next, here we have del u by del theta term. We also have one more del u by del theta terms. So if we'll add the coefficients, these are also same, so we'll get 2 times. So plus 2 times sin theta cos theta upon r square del u by del theta. Next, these two terms are remaining, so we'll write it as it is because there is no other term present. So plus now guys, we'll call it as equation number 1. So here we got the value for del square u by del x square. Now guys, after that we have to find out the value of del square u by del y square. So again we'll start with the first order derivative. So the first order derivative is del u by del y, and for that we'll apply the chain rule. So u to r, r to y, and u to theta, theta to y. So here I'll say now guys, let's find out the value of del r by del y and del theta by del y. So we'll differentiate r with respect to y. So we'll again get y by r as we got here x by r. So here I'll say it is y upon r and del u by del r as it is. Then we'll find del theta by del y. So for that I'll differentiate this term with respect to y. So we will get plus 1 upon 1 plus y by x the whole square into 1 upon x into del u by del theta, that is this term as it is. So here y by r del u by del r. Next here we'll get x square plus y square upon x square, and that x square in the denominator. From that x square, 1x will be cancelled with this x and 1x will come in the numerator. So here I'll get x plus del u by del theta. Now guys, again the value of x square plus y square is nothing but r square. We'll put that value, and for x and y we'll put the value of r cos theta and r sin theta. So now y is r sin theta, so r and r cancel, so we'll get here sin theta del u by del r. The value of x is r cos theta, so here we'll get r cos theta. X square plus y square is r square, so r and r cancelled, so here we'll get cos theta upon r del u by del theta. So guys, now we got the value of del u by del y, so we'll find out the value of del square u by del y square. So that is the second order derivative. So this value is del by del y of del u by del y. Now we have the value for del u by del y, and to find the value of del by del y, in the same value we will eliminate this function u, so we can get the value of del by del y. So we'll write down all these values. So here I'll say therefore del square u by del y square equal to, now the value of del by del y, so this same value, because this is the value of del u by del y, and we'll eliminate this u, so we'll get sin theta del by del r plus cos theta upon r del by del theta. Next, we want value of del u by del y, which is this value. So now guys, to multiply these two brackets, I'll not solve it completely because again it will take 2 or 3 pages. So what we'll do is, to get this answer in by shortcut method, we will observe the answer of the first term that we got. So here on the screen you can see that the term which we got for del square u by del x square. So similar two brackets we got here. Now if you observe the differences, then that will become easier to write down the result from the result number 1. So we can take the reference of result number 1 and we can directly write down the result number 2. So guys, this you can do if your given questions are lengthy. So what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna compare these terms with the current term, and then we are gonna predict the result by using the result of this first term. So let's start. So here we have cos theta del by del r in the first bracket. Here we have cos theta del u by del r. Now guys, if you see here, we have sin theta del by del r, sin theta del u by del r. It means the changing term is sin theta. So instead of cos theta, twice we have sin theta. This is one change. Second, the second term is del by del theta, del u by del theta, that we have here. Next, here we have negative sin theta by r, negative sin theta by r, and here we have cos theta by r, positive cos theta by r. So it means the r in the denominator is same. So what is changing? Instead of minus sin theta, we have cos theta. So it means this sin theta is changing to cos theta, or I would say that cos theta has changed to sin theta, and that negative sin theta has changed to cos theta. So I will use the same things to directly write down the second result. So guys, this is the result number 1. From this we'll start. So as we have changed that cos theta to sin theta, here instead of cos square theta we'll get sin square theta. So here I write down the changes. So that will be sin square theta del square u by del r square. Next, this is a term where we have sin theta cos theta, and as we said that sin theta is changing, cos theta has changed to sin theta. So this cos theta will become sin theta, and this sin theta will become minus cos theta. So that will become positive 2 sin theta cos theta, or you can say cos theta sin theta, both are same, upon r del u by del square u by del r del theta. Next, in result 1 we have 2 sin theta cos theta upon r square del u by del theta. Now here we have changed the sin theta term that we have to negative cos theta, and cos theta term to sin theta. So that will become negative 2 cos theta sin theta upon r square del u by del theta. Next, here we have sin square theta. Now we have changed sin theta to cos theta, so that will become cos square theta upon r del u by del r. So plus cos square theta upon r del u by del r, and here we have sin square theta, which will also become cos square theta. So cos square theta upon r square del square u by del theta square. So guys, here we got the equation number 2. Now to get the final answer, we have to add the result number 1 and 2. So here I'll say adding the equation 1 and 2. So here we'll get del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square equal to. So guys, let's observe the things. So here we have sin square theta del square u by del r square. Here we have cos square theta del square u by del r square. So I can take del square u by del r square common, and cos square theta plus sin square theta will be 1. So we'll get del square u by del r square. Next, here we have positive 2 sin theta cos theta upon r del square u by del r del theta, and here we have negative 2 sin theta cos theta upon r del square u by del r del theta. So these two terms will be cancelled because it is negative, that is positive. Similarly, this term is positive and here this term is negative, will be cancelled. Next, from third term we can take del u by del r common, then 1 upon r common. So in bracket we'll get sin square theta from here and we'll get cos square theta from here, which is 1. So the common terms are 1 by r del u by del r, and in bracket sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Now last term, del square u by del theta square is there, we can take common. R square we can take common, and cos square theta plus sin square theta will be 1. So it means we'll get 1 upon r square del square u by del theta square. And guys, if you'll see the question here, then according to question we get the term. So we have proved that the value of del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square is the required term, and we got the answer. So I'm sure that you understood the explanation, and just apply the same explanation, the same method in the exam to get the full marks. So guys, don't forget to follow Ekeeda channel, because here we are taking efforts to give you the good marks. And don't forget to share with this channel with your friends, tell them to subscribe, tell them to press the bell icon so that they can also get updates about the new videos. Thank you very much.